Very good morning to everyone. This is Durgesh Nandini from Coimbatore. I'm a mom of two children, and I am homeschooling my children. And this journey began after marriage, where my husband was passionately into to do what he loves to do. So that's where I got to know if, about more about life, and I got to know um, about how can one learn joyously, how can one live joyously, and that's how the journey began. And since then, life has been beautiful. I learned a lot of things by reducing my stuffs, reducing my action, and reducing my thoughts, which I feel one word that can coin what I did could be minimalism. And I learned better when I teach. So that's when I started to teach minimalism workshops. Later, it got moved into online platform. It's been 3 years now. So today is the second batches, uh, a bit of official farewell. So here, when people ask me what is minimalism and what workshop is this, what do you cater to? All I could say is it's a 1 year workshop where we talk about minimizing stuffs, actions, and thoughts, and and this compromises this caters to every field in everything in life. As we say, how do we eat, how do we parent, how do we educate ourselves, and about money, relationship, about stuffs, about environment, about screen time. I think we cover most topics that we would come into uh, everyday life. So it is a 1 year journey that every Sunday, 5 to 7, I interact with a crowd of 99 people, not more than that. And that journey has been beautiful. So I would today we'll have the batch 2 OMW online minimalism workshop batch 2 people sharing their learnings or their feedback about OMW. And I would like to start up with my learnings in OMW 2. I feel I've become more better person than I was last year, in the way I think, in the way I feel, uh, in the way I talk. There's a lot of difference, and I owe big thanks to people to have come every Sunday to hear to just listen to me, to talk to me, because it is because of their constant questions and listening that I'm observing the life more. Um, like example, I've started to learn painting. So more and more I get involved in painting. Now I see the trees more better. I observe the flowers more better. I observe the sky more better. I stand and observe at least for a few seconds. So that observation has come because I'm involving in an act. So that kind is what OMW is doing to me. So more and more I teach. I think I've learned a lot. Um, Here, OMW is more not about teaching that this is rule 1, rule 2. It's more about sharing what I felt. It might be wrong, or it might be right, or it might be suitable only for a short time frame, or it might be suitable for only for me. But the more and more I share, what happens is I think the other person is also able to question, think for themselves. So that's what is happening in OMW. So main things that I have improved on myself is I've started to spend more time with myself than I was before. I have started to eat better. I was transitioning non-vegetarian to a vegan. Now I'm more a vegan than I was, and not completely by any terms, but I'm more of that way. And I'm transitioning more from journaling to meditating. Meditating has become my everyday part of me, which it wasn't before when the way to. And I have started to spend time on myself, rather more on parenting, which I was doing before. Didn't know that parenting is all about spending more time with me. Um, so that I'm able to do. I'm more hands-on than before, and I think I'm a better listener. Uh, in relationship point of view, I am getting to be more detachment in attachment because I was earlier clinging on to certain things, to certain ideologies or certain behavioral patterns, attachment patterns before. But I'm more contented in the relationships now. So that's a beautiful change in me. And what else changed? And my screen time has drastically changed because of my change in attachment behaviors. And and because of the screen time, there are a lot of other benefits that have happened. So one of the major change that I made is my screen time. And my quality of sleep has improved because of more creative and hands-on work. Even before I had a good food pattern, but after involving in more creative and hands-on work, my sleep is more better. So, and to start with, I have gotten beautiful habits that I oil bath every day, then lighting lamp, chanting. I'm involving myself with more flowers this year. Yeah, these are the major changes I have done, but that has happened in my life. So many more subtle changes that has beautifully emerged because of you all listening to me and because you were all um, happily involved in each other's growth here. So I think the community that we formed is what is the biggest benefit out of OMW. I think I've made beautiful friendships. I have made beautiful bonds. So thank you all so much. And as you all know, OMW2 is not, now today is not an official end. We still have a long way to go, and the journey is forever, is what I believe. And let's see how it goes. I have no set plans as I would do before, but I would really want to go the flow with an intention to be there and for each other. So I invite anybody to come to share your journey and your learnings or feedbacks, whatever you have, so that this video has been recorded, so that people who are wanting to know what OMW is can know much better, because I have very little words to share what OMW is. So anybody who wants to can share.
Hi.
These videos.
Yeah.
Hi, Subhashri, Satish को सुहासनी को
Yeah.
क्या Subhashri? Hi. Shiva, you want to share?
Akka, this is Subhashi Satish. Shall I start?
Yes.
Okay, because this full year now I didn't did my introduction, but at least என்ன யாருன்னு தெரியணும்ல. Actually, before OMW, my mind is full of thoughts. But after OMW, I have my mindful thoughts now. That is the biggest learning. I learned to live in the present and I'm enjoying the moment. That is the biggest learning. And then I stopped complaining about everyone, even about myself, because that thought pattern started to multiply once if you start complaining about others. So initially, like before OMW, it's not like after hearing one session of yours and the next day I changed and all, because it took a long time to got to transform and I got to understand about everyone, about myself. I had like huge initial problem and a relationship problem with my mother-in-law, sister-in-law, everyone, like அப்படிலாம் இருந்துச்சு. But now, like whenever she comes around, no, I used to say, I love you, mommy, I love you, mommy, I love you, mommy, not like in the mind. So after 1 month, I mean, suddenly all of a sudden I didn't get any result. Like, but I used to say constantly in my mind, like it's not like compelling them or I want you to love me அப்படி இல்ல. More than me actually I'm staying with her only a long time, so that at least I should have a good relationship with her, because she is a very excellent mother and she is a fantabulous grandmother. Then why there is no good mother-in-law அப்படின்னா, like அவங்க மேல தப்பு இருக்கா என் மேல தப்பு, that is not a biggest thing. I want her to be with me with a smiling face, and whatever I say, whatever I blah blah, she has to listen and she has to smile. That happened. But initially, whatever she say, no, I used to say, "Ayyo, ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்கப்பா, ayyo, she's putting me down." But now, no, that becomes a comedy. Ayyo, என்ன சொல்லிட்டீங்களா? Okay, like that. That is the biggest transformation, Akka. Like old Subhashri, now new one is existing. So something like that. Thank you so much for the journey. That is the biggest thing. I stopped complaining about things. I started to love each and everything. Whoever complains me, no, I used to think, so something is there, some mistake is in me. So that only people started to complaining. Then that I have to solve. Now easily I can knack the I got the knack of dealing with people now. Variya, va, 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 I know how to deal you out in the that is the biggest thing I have to tell. And then I have to share one small story, because not story now, like I heard the story, but now I understand the full meaning of the story. And then like elephant used to tie it in a big chain. So I mean, சின்ன வயசுல இருந்து I wanted to put it in Tamil, I don't know, but people will again, I'll get a pop-up message like English. Please bear with me only with this, because exactly I can't put this in Tamil. ஸோ சின்ன வயசுல இருந்து எலிஃபண்ட் வந்து ஐ மீன் ஒரு யானையை வந்து சங்கிலி போட்டுதான் வந்து அதை வளர்த்து வைப்பாங்க. பட் ஆனா வந்து ஒரு பையன் கேட்டானா, ஏன் வந்து யானை எப்படி சங்கிலி போட்டு இப்படி கட்டி வைக்கிறீங்க? பட் ஆனா இப்ப இவ்வளவு பெருசாயிடுச்சு இல்ல, அதால வந்து ஈஸிலி கேன் பிரேக் அண்ட் கேன் கம் அவுட் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி. பட் ஆனா அவங்க சொன்னாங்களா, இல்ல சின்ன வயசுல இருந்தே வந்து அது வந்து பழக்கப்படுத்திருக்காங்க, இதை போட்டா நீ உன்னால தாண்டி போக முடியாது, இதை போட்டா உன்னால தாண்டி போக முடியாதுன்றது மாதிரி. அதோட மைண்ட்ல வந்து ஐ மீன் அதுக்கு உடம்புல வந்து நிறைய ஸ்ட்ரென்த் இருக்கு, பட் ஆனா அது மைண்ட் ஸ்ட்ரென்த் வந்து அவங்க கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காங்க சின்ன வயசுல இருந்து. யூ காண்ட், அதாவது இதால இந்த குட்டி சங்கிலி மட்டும்தான் உனக்கு என்னது உன்னோட அப்டிக்கல் மாதிரி, அது ஒண்ணு அதால உன்னை தாண்டி ஆமா போக முடியாது அப்படின்ற மாதிரி. பட் ஆனா வந்து உண்மையா அதே மாதிரி த சேம் திங் ஐ ரிலேட் டு திஸ் OMW. லைக் நிறைய விஷயம் வந்து அந்த சங்கிலி மாதிரி நாங்க வந்து இத்தனை நாளா வி brought up லைக் தட். பட் ஆனா நீங்க வந்து அது எல்லாத்தையும் பிரேக் பண்ணிச்சு, மக்களே கமான் அவங்களால எவ்வளவு முடியும் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி எங்களோட மைண்ட் ஸ்ட்ரென்த் வந்து ஓப்பன். அதுதான் that is the thing I have to share. Thank you so much. Be with us forever. அக்கா அப்படின்னும் போது யூ ஹேவ் டு கம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி ஆபத் பாந்தவன் மாதிரி, லைக் கிருஷ்ணான்னு கூப்பிட்டோன்னே திரௌபதி வாங்க அக்கா அப்படின்ன உடனே we all want you to be with us. Thank you so much.
Subhashri, that you can be yourself. நம்மளே அந்த கிருஷ்ணாவா மாறிக்கலாம். அந்த பவர் நம்ம எல்லாத்துக்கும் இருக்கு
அப்படிங்கிறது ஆன்சர் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ண இருந்தாலும் இன்னைக்கு ஒரு நாள் I just wanted to
thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Shiba, you want to start? You wanted to.
Hi. So, um, and this past 1 year has been so much, there is so much inner transformation. Transformation is not the right word, I would say. There is so much calmness that has come in. Um, the calmness is like, it is not like I close my eyes, I don't think about anything. No, but there is a calmness, this type of calmness that I am describing is, I know there is a chaos in mind. I put a chair and sit and watch this chaos. So that type of calmness that I've got, which I have been longing for so many years. So, uh, and the second biggest thing is like, I started to appreciate people more. So whatever transformation that I happen, it comes only from when I start to appreciate myself more. No, it is like when I do the things for others, I start to do for myself. So as I started appreciating people more and their um, intentions, or seeing them for themselves without actually painting a good picture or a bad picture, uh, this the specific thing, the shift in my mind has made me to see myself clearly and actually stand in a place and advocate for myself, not like, no, you are all not, you're wrong, you're right, not in that sense, but to see my mind mentality clearly. So these are the two things, and the connections that I've made. Everybody, when I say something, everybody is like, uh, I get a smile when I talk about OMW, or anybody for that matter. When I speak about OMW, all I can get is the smile, and I feel very appreciated here in this small space. I feel very appreciated, and this feeling is so personal. I couldn't actually appreciate is a very the word that comes to my mind, but it doesn't do justice to what I feel exactly. So I started, there is some I bring this up every time, but the thing is, I started, there is when this uh, in this life journey, there are checkpoints where somebody will come and change your direction, change your direction to where you have to go. At the end, you are going to become some different person than what you are, or you will become the same person you were born. So there is this phase shift happens. So I would say the first point, as my Sriram was the first shift, and then through Sriram, many people came into my life who actually slowly changed myself, and I can see 80 or 90 people or 90 pieces of him here. So it's like each and every one of you has contributed in my this journey, and I feel so thankful. It's like I've gained the trust back in myself, and the people, the confidence that I've gained on myself, and the people, the connection, the relationships that I've gained from here uh, is I don't know. It's so comfort to the soul. I will not say anything else. The practices,
Thank you.
the small practices, the thing is, I don't journal, I don't meditate as much as I want to, but the thing is, I know where I can go, I know where I have to, what I have to do to uh, feel better, make myself better. So this is my transition journey after OMW2. Thank you so much for being here, every one of you. And Durgesh, thank you so much for creating this wonderful space.
Thanks, Shubha. Your presence in in this group, as I invited you for the first day. I want your presence here, and the way you've lived those words. And thanks for the teddy bear hug that I always get. Thank you so much. It
Thank you.
means so much. Your energy here and that you're emitting here is infectious. Thanks, Shiba. Thank you so
Thank you.
much for the spirit of hope.
Thank
Thanks, Shiba.
Hi, Durgesh.
Hi, Ka.
Hi. I'm
So,
Abhi.
Abhi,
Plan.
இருங்க அபியா ஒரு நிமிஷம் just add ரீப்ளேஸ் பண்ணி எனக்கு தெரியும் ரிமூவ் ஆல் thing. Hi அபி, எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கேன் துர்கேஷ். எல்லாரும் எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
Long time no see.
Sorry.
Long time no see போச்சு.
Of course.
குழந்தைங்க நல்லா இருக்காங்க?
நல்லா இருக்காங்க துர்கேஷ். ரெண்டு பேரும் வேற மாதிரி இருக்காங்க. என்ன ப்ரீ பிளான்ஸ், ஆல் ஆர் ப்ரீ பிளான்ஸ் எல்லாமே அப்படியே நவுந்துட்டுங்கிறதுனால கம்ப்ளீட் அன்சர்டனிட்டி ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. Enjoying these moments. Funny போயிட்டு இருக்கு துர்கேஷ்.
Wonderful Abhi.
Okay. Durgesh, I joined this course only for watching you, only to understand how to be consistent in a growth mindset, because that is what I have watched very particular in you. Always you, I have seen you wanted to be progress, to be in always progressing. So how this girl is like this? Because being a woman, if we are a student, we don't have any responsibilities at home, so we can have a very directed way while studying and all. But being in a family, being a wife, being a daughter-in-law, being a mother, we have many diversions. That is what I thought. These are all diversions. With that point on, with that mindset only, I was handling things in my life after marriage. So what happened? All these things I felt very heavy, very overwhelming. Then I saw you in Arun Sharmaji's class session where you were volunteering. I was attending class by that time. You handled everything in an easy way, in a very simpler way. You haven't had anything in your mind, right? Whatever comes, you accepted that, but you did it all time. That is the thing I wondered a lot. Okay, there is more things to learn from this girl. So to have a connection, I joined this class. I didn't have anything to declutter at home and all. With that mindset, I didn't join. Just only to watch you. This gave me a lot of benefits. I didn't attend most of the classes due to what is that? For my third trimester and fourth trimester, I didn't attend most of the classes. But what I have attended, there is a lot to implement, and with implementing one single thing in most of the phases of our life, that gives me a lot of learning. According to me, parenting is what meditation. I learned a word called parent ourselves, how to make ourselves better. Through ourselves only children will learn these kind of things. These kind of things are very remarkable in OMW. Then ready to let things go. This is what I have learned from OMW. And obviously, as Shubha said, the connections we got, the quality friendship we maintain, the no judgment phase, all the things, these I personally feel that, and I completely believe that these things are making me better, how to serve for my family, how to be a good human. All these things you have given me, and thank you so much, Durgesh. Thank you so much for all these things.
Abhi, I especially want to thank you today because for everybody, we need to have a goal or a picture to manifest. The story that you shared about your relationship and your father-in-law's relationship is my goal to reach. Today, I feel I've reached. Today is my father-in-law's birthday, and I'm super duper excited because of the relationship that I have started to manifest. Slow every day, whenever possible, I bring your story and your picture, and I have a picture of your father-in-law in my mind. Into my mind every day, I think of it because I want that relationship. Today, I'm so confident to say I'm more like you because of you shared that story with all of us. Thank you, Abhi. Thank you so much for sharing and being with us and emitting your radiance of love and the amount of energy that you put into life to create abundance that is constantly inspiring me. And thank you so much for your questions. How many questions you have brought up for me to think. Thanks, Abhi. Thank you so much. As sometimes I wouldn't have picked up your call or messaged you, but the questions that you put up is vital place that I grow from. Thank you so much for that, Abhi. Thank you really for trusting every one of us here.
That's true, Durgesh. Other story are empowering us, and that is the wonder I felt here. How other stories can teach equally lessons to us. That is one beautiful thing in OMW. Then how to maintain quality mindset regardless of the environment. That we all have learned altogether. That I think.
Yeah, each one of our stories, it just helped us to manifest something in our lives. It helped us feel something in our lives. I think OMW is a co-creative journey, not just a student-teacher relationship. We all created each other here.
Yeah, but organizing such a platform where everybody can learn from everyone, that is something mission unachievable that you have achieved. I have wondered a lot of times how this girl is finding such resource persons, right from aspiring homeschoolers guild and the persons you have brought here to talk, and through Purnima Jagan, through Purni I know you, I think. From Purni,
okay.
Yeah. I have met her in Krida event, where Krida, right? Traditional game event. They organized what is that meetup kind of thing to promote their products, where most of the homeschoolers and schoolers came. There, um, uh, I heard your name via Purni. Then through her, I saw the Tamra's picture at Birth Village. And thanks that I have got to know Birth Village more from you only.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm happy to share another news. OMW1 Shobana Prabhakar has delivered her baby girl last evening at Birth Village, and both the baby and the mother are doing great. So I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, very beautiful spiritual experience after joining OMW, even after knowing you, Durgesh.
Thanks,
Thanks for all the things you have given us through this platform.
Thank you, Abhi. Thank you so much.
Bye, Durgesh.
Bye. I see some hands raised. Nandini, Thangapandin.
Hello, Akka. Good morning.
Good morning, Dad.
Good morning, Akka. First of all, I thank everyone. I thank you and all our OMW2 and OMW1 who make me to what I am today. So, in the OMW2, நான் என்னோட learnings என்ன அப்படின்னா, as you say, my every relationship is a mirror. So that is the best thing I have taken from OMW2. And I see what I am talking, it is reflecting in other person's behavior as well as what they give it to me back. So that is the best learning I have done. So how it improved abdina, it has taken a toll in my relationship with my husband and in my colleagues. I feel so fresh whenever I see my colleague now. I feel so fresh. That freshness, I don't know how it comes, but I feel so fresh and I feel so lively in work environment also. Previously, I feel the pressure. ஐயோ இப்படி இன்னைக்கு என்ன நடக்க போதோ, இன்னைக்கு என்ன ஆகுமோ, that kind of pressure will be there. Now I feel so fresh every time I reach office. I feel so fresh. That acceptance level, because of that acceptance level is high now. I had some stickers and all in my workplace, like I accept everything as it is. Like that, I have some stickers and also while seeing that, I feel so energetic, and ego part of me is very less in home as well as in my workplace. So that is the biggest difference I have seen myself in a mirror. So next is whenever I feel jealous of something, I feel happy now. So because I know I know this may be, this is what I want, this is what I longing for. So I feel that happiness in me when I feel jealous of something. So overall happiness level வந்து வேற லெவல் ஆயிடுச்சு இப்போ. எப்படி எப்படின்னா now previously I worry about so many things. What will happen next, what will be our future, what will be the next. So presently I was not there. I was not able to enjoy the present moment of my life. Even next, this is the last month for my husband. He's on contract basis job. This is the last month. After this we don't know whether it will be renewed or not. But my acceptance level has given me the happiness of being in such a state I never think of. எனக்கே வந்து சம்டைம்ஸ் நம்ம சிரிக்கிறோமா, இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு டைம்ல நம்ம சிரிக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னு இருக்கு. ஸோ அந்த லெவல் வந்து நான் ரீச் பண்ணுவேன் அப்படின்னு நான் இமேஜினே பண்ணல. ஐ நெவர் இமேஜின். அண்ட் whenever I smile, especially this month, இதுக்கு முன்னாடி இருந்த நந்தினியா இருந்தா நான் இப்படி இருந்திருப்பேனா அப்படின்னு I can't think of. நான் வந்து ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ரெஸ்ல இருந்திருப்பேன். வாட் வில் வி டூ நெக்ஸ்ட், ஐயோ ஜாப் இல்லைன்னா நம்ம என்ன பண்ண முடியும், அந்த மாதிரி we will be thinking of, and we will not live what we have now. So in this month especially, whenever I smile I feel proud.
Wonderful.
Something I achieved, something I achieved in my life அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி. I never know what life gives me next month, but this time I feel so lovely, and I'm giving 100% love to them. That is the biggest achievement of me. And all these things happened, I feel, because of the gratitude I pay to my past and to people who are with me now, and people who I want to manifest. All this gratitude is making me feel great. And OMW இப்போ ஜாயின் பண்ண போறவங்களுக்கு எப்படி I want to tell now, ஹீலிங் அப்படிங்கிற வேர்டு இப்போ it is more fancy now, healing அப்படிங்கிற வேர்டு. But whenever I hear something, OMW is the whole healing world, I can tell. Whenever I read something, whenever I read something about healing, whenever I saw some books about healing, everything I feel like we have been taught in OMW. இது துர்கேஷ் அக்கா சொன்ன மாதிரி இருக்கே, இத பத்தி நம்ம பேசின மாதிரி இருக்கே, that kind of feel will come. So I see this whole 1 year as a healing process for me. Every session that we attend is a healing. And எல்லாமே நான் இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணிட்டேனா அப்படின்னா கண்டிப்பா இல்ல. பட் it is a very long process. Now only I understand why you kept this course for 1 year. It cannot happen in a day or within 2 hours session. It will not happen. It has to go a very long way, and we have to take all the responsibilities. You have make us to feel to take the responsibility. Before 6 months you would have ended the course abdina, I felt broken. I could not take it up to the next stage. But now I have the confidence that even without our group I can handle such things. அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் வர்றதுக்காக தான் நீங்க 1 year வச்சிருக்கீங்க அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ அந்த பிகாஸ் அந்த ஒரு பேட்டர்ன்ல நான் போயிட்டே இருக்கும்போது இஃப் ஐ மிஸ் something and I'm going back to the old one abdina, that full day I can see a difference. So that is the best thing. That realization part vandu last or 2 months I have got. So that is the best thing I got in OMW. And thank you so much, Akka. Thank you so much. And OMW 3, I am waiting to see more changes. Keep supporting us throughout our life. Thank you, Akka.
Beautiful, beautiful, Nandini. I remember one day I was talking in a session that I was closing my eyes and talking, why can't we be a mother of somebody who is elder, younger, older, in our family, outside the country. I was talking about that. I hope you were in that session or something. If you could listen, I was just talking, why can't we be a mother of many? Why can't we be the mother of somebody else whom we have not birthed? Your tears were my eyes when my eyes closed. I saw you there. I still remember the days that you told me about your sister's daughter. I saw that capacity of being a mother to anybody and everybody in you, Nandini. When your child, whom you're going to birth, is going to be a mother of many, many people. I see that in you. You could do that to that other child. And initially, I was actually, there was a lot of anger in me. But I channelized my anger in a beautiful way, is what I think. I was very angry about the interventions that are happening in birth. So I was immediately drawn to criticizing healthcare systems that are available these days. But I felt that is not the right approach. I felt you have to manifest love. That's how it's going to change. That's how the future generations are going to be helped. I think by hearing you, I think that has been possible. That has been made possible. And I think I chose the right way to channelize my anger by sharing love. I think your children will do that to me. And இப்ப கேட்க எனக்கு என்ன என் வாயில பல்ல என்னவா இருக்குன்னா, என்ன எல்லாரும் என்ன மாதிரியே பேசுற மாதிரி இருக்கு. எல்லாரும் as if I'm hearing to myself, then not in an ego point of view that I did this to you, but as though I'm just my mind was the எல்லாமே வருது அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி. எல்லாரும் கேட்பாங்க இந்த ஹோம் ஸ்கூலிங் ஜர்னில, இஃப் யூ ஆர் நாட் டெஸ்டிங் சம்ஒன், how will you know the child is able to புரிஞ்சுதா இல்லையான்னு எப்படி உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் அப்படின்னு கேட்கும்போது, I used to tell them, if the child doesn't understand, if she really wants to know, she'll come back with more questions. Now, when you all speak the same language, I really truly feel that the things are being conveyed. So no test required.
Yeah, and we are spreading that same to others also. That is the biggest thing.
I wish everybody do this in whatever choice of journey that you've taken. Please keep doing. You don't need you please teach, or teaching is not the only platform. You just have to spread your wings and love everybody, and by that ellaru will share. Please keep sharing the knowledge that you gained. Once you become the knowledge that you gain, you can't stop but to just spread. தடுக்கவே முடியாது. ஒரு அணை வந்து அவ்வளவு ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும்போது தடுக்க முடியாது, நிரம்பி வழிஞ்சிட்டே தான் இருக்கும். So be that. Thanks, Nandini.
Thank you, Akka. Thank you, Akka.
Thank you so much. Sarna, you want to share?
So I was like having so many things in mind. So listening to everyone talk, I'm like, oh, blank. So I'll talk whatever comes to my mind. So how I joined OMW was, I joined after so much thoughts. And now I'll register again that I'm an overthinking person. So it's like 5 to 7. No, I'm not an early person. I'm an owl. So how do I do that first? And once I commit to do something, I want to do it. Otherwise, I'll not be so restful. So it was like, I was so skeptical about joining. Then I was like, okay, I messaged you, Akka, I might want to join, but I'll need time to decide I'll join. So I was like having some thoughts. Bro, I spoke to Lakshmi, the previous batch Lakshmi. So how difficult it is to do the assignments and all, you tell me. So she was like, you join, girl, it'll be nice. It's not that difficult at all. So I was like, okay, after that, I took some more time, I joined. I'm so glad I did. So it's like, for me, it is like OMW, before Christ, after Christ, Mari, it's not before Sarna, after Sarna, it's not that. I have the before Sarna in me still, but I know like what I'm thinking. I'm so much aware of what I'm thinking is what I've achieved. It's still in progress though. I'm like so much into emotions. I give so much importance to emotions. So now I'm like, I know, it used to be like my emotions used to be like attached to someone. It used to be externally. I analyze my emotions like attaching it to the people I'm around. Now I'm like, the blame game has stopped. But the anger is still there, but I am learning to like direct my anger. I used to wonder, channelize anger, channelize anger. Now, how do one channelize anger? I know to channelize anger by closing the door and crying or like shouting at someone. So how do I channelize that anger? That was like one weird thing for me. I've not understood yet thoroughly now, but like I know, okay, it means something. It anger is useful. I can do something out of anger. I've known, because that is a very big thing for me. And I'm one very rigid person who is like, I can, my marriage has thrown me into like giving me the situation of adapting to changes, physical changes. But the emotions that come with it, I've not easily become a transformative person in matter of emotions. But Anna, now I'm like, my rigidity is coming down. So when the blame game has stopped and I see people for who they are, it is not only I see my truth. When I'm angry, I'm angry. The next 2 minutes or 3 minutes also I'm angry. After that, I tend to see what the other person's truth is.
Wonderful.
So I see that, and I'm in acceptance why that happened. But I also have justification for my anger also. I've not become that person where I'm like totally forgiving, totally in acceptance of other person. I'm not there yet. But I have justification of the other person's action and my action for myself. So I somewhere try to find a middle ground of how things can be the next time when the same situation comes, is what I so and I've I've come to know that the very big thing that happened to me was, and I realized this recently, I had many past judgments about many situations. It is not about a specific person, but I had judgmental ideas about certain things. Those judgments, I didn't know that those were so deep rooted in me. I didn't even know that those judgments were there. But when it started replaying in my life, I was able to identify that my judgments were the ones that were replaying in me in my daily life. So that was like one, Sarnya, can you even think like this in the Mari? I was like so uh, happy about it. And it was like, okay, I found the tool to solve my puzzle. I found something. That excitement was there. And when judgment, once I found what my judgments were and what is replaying in my life, I was like, okay. Then when I journaled, I was like, I'm really sorry for all those judgments. I've never been a person who can write like this. Even in my writing, I wanted to be like not a flowy person. I want to stop. I want to be right even when I'm writing. And the Madriala I used to be. I'm like wholeheartedly, I'm sorry. So all those judgments were like kind of realizing those judgments were like truly helpful in like moving forward. It is not like I'm a fully transformative person. I have so much to still work on. I'm still rigid. I can still not being sole acceptance of the other person, but I am in the journey, and I know I've like come a certain way. That itself gives me so much of satisfaction, and I can feel like, yeah, I can do it. And I've taken responsibility of my emotions, and I'm like, okay, my life depends on me rather than my family, my son, my husband. Because like mine was a marriage where I knew my husband today since for like almost 18 years and the madri. So it's like um somewhere we take granted over that person, since you know that person for so long, and many life situations, some emotional traumas change the other person and yourself, and you're not able to digest the transformation in the other person somehow. So it's like I'm able to see there is a transformation in myself which was not pleasant for me. So that kind of expectation thrown on other person to make my life better has come down. So it's like it feels nice. So I'm just sometimes it's like I'm sliding through the next phase. Sometimes it's like, no, Sarnya, you come forward, I'm pulling myself. So that and all is there. The other very important thing is that I seek approval so much, and I found why I need that approval. Digging into my old past, my past events, and I found that why I need that approval. Still today I ache for approval. That approval gives me a boost of energy. I find the answer, but I still am doubtful, you know that so much, because like every time I come back, I come with a question to you. You ask me a question, I myself give the answer. Nane kelvi kete nane badlu solirve, but ana that badal, since it came from me, I was not satisfied with that answer. If it would have come from someone else, it would have given me satisfaction. So I was like not validating or approving myself that okay, you can solve your own questions. அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து I've been able to do it for quite long, but I was not in acceptance because like it didn't come from some other people. So when batch 1 told me that அவங்களோட graduation, when I was seeing, when everyone told me that அக்கா நீங்க கேள்விக்கு பதில் சொல்லாதது, it was like nice, we were able to um, bring out the answer for us own. I was like, okay, everyone is telling the same, so is it weird or something? I did not believe to be true, because like நான் வந்து எப்படின்னா அப்படியே டக்குன்னு அப்படியே ஒரு ஃப்ளோல எல்லாம் நகர்ந்து போயிட மாட்டேன். ஸோ I'll take time to feel it and register it in my mind, and okay, this is the truth அப்படின்னு நான் நம்பருக்கு வந்து it will take time. So when every time you replied or you not replied, whether I found my answer or not the answer, when you told me it's not right or not right, so all that phase, sometimes you replied, sometimes you did not, sometimes it was like you left me with another question. Now it's like you drifted, around. It's a kind of drift away that you've gone from WhatsApp. So it's like there's so much of distance, but there is also so much of confidence that okay, that temptation is not there to ask someone, ask yourself and the madri. And that seek for approval is still there, but then it's like I know I can, it is not making me more agitated as it did before. So it's like okay, I approve myself sometimes.
Saranya, thank you so much, Saranya. There are so many things that I want to share, and I wanted to, while you were talking. The first thing is that you were the one of the first persons to open up. When you talk as though you're writing in a journal. You're that open and you're that confident and you're that trusting every one of us to share what you really, really feel inside. You have no screen to. This is what I should filter and talk. This is what I should filter and say. அந்த மாதிரி எந்த விதமான ஒரு இதுவும் இல்லாம as though you would have written in your journals, it's how you speak to us. And thank you, Saranya. Like your keen attention to yourself brings a lot of confidence in me that I should go seek wherever that I'm lacking confidence. You are one of the persons who made these words in true. Like those who volunteer will be more involved, and your dedication to volunteering till date has been amazing. Thank you so much for the dedication. That volunteering or the benefit, I think that involvement, that it is mine அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு point வந்து I think you would have manifested. And Saranya, that I started manifesting from seeing you is to see more beauty whenever you share a picture of a sky, whenever you share a picture of a pot, a plant, you see a lot of beauty in everything. That I am able to see more and more because of you sharing all that. And you made the whole group to bind because of you sharing a lot of what you think. So thank you, Saranya. Thank you so much for that. And I'm grateful for all the learnings that I got from you. And I feel I've got a new sister in my life. Your constant, I feel that connect. Thanks, Saranya. Thank you so much.
Yunka, thank you so much. It's like now you made me sort of emotional. அந்த மாதிரி it is. So it is like I'm so grateful that I chose this somewhere to be in this forum. I'm grateful for that moment because like I used to be a person who did not much believe in the spiritual connection. And the past or நம்மளோட thoughts is what we are living அப்படிங்கிறதுல I was not so keen. I was not at all aware of that. I was not involved even if someone spoke. So now it's like, okay, I believe there is a reason for everything. I believe I've invited the present situation that's happening to me. So I've started seeing what's in it for me to improve in this current situation. So that's there constantly. So thank you so much. And one more thing I wanted to tell you. Initially, I was like, oh, why did not I join OMW1? Because the group size is so small. So because like this definitely will be in certain people's thoughts. So I want to address it. But I thought that there will be more connect. I would have got more time with you to talk, more time to discuss. So it'll be like teacher attention kami பேர்த்துக்கிட்ட தான் spread ஆயிருக்கும், not amongst so much people. So the teacher can tell me so much. So it was like that initially. But then today it's not even I don't regret. I'm so happy that there is a large group that I'm involved in because like Abhika told, it's like everyone is inspiring. There is something for me to know about myself when everyone talks. There is a certain word, certain emotion, certain situation which tells me so much. Sometimes it does not happen. Sometimes it happens and it stays with me. So that wouldn't have happened in a smaller group, or the chances of getting that feeling would have been lesser. And like I said, I seek the approval. The seeking of approval wouldn't have come down if I was not in this larger group. It would have been like constant, I'll need approval. Constant, I need someone's answer. So it's like you're thrown into a pool, you learn to swim. அந்த மாதிரி.
Thank you, Sharna. That was one of my first questions that I had to address, because I was into a smaller group and I was more confident, and it was so binding enough. But I was like so skeptical if I could manage a 99 people crowd, which was earlier. So now, எல்லாமே beautiful. This is also beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Amita, your hands are raised. Can I see you? I am Taka.
Hi all. Hi Nandini.
Hi, Ka.
I mean, I think I first have to thank Kanchana for introducing you to me. She was my first motivation to join this OMW group. I mean, as part of our community, we just start a small group, starting from healthy eating, and slowly we were moving towards how about holistic wellness. And that's when she had finished her OMW1 session, and she told you should definitely join this, Amita. So I wasn't quite sure how an online session like this can benefit, and without a in-person connect, how will things happen? I had my own doubts then. But then this journey of 1 year, the experiences that you have shared personally in your life with Prabhu, with others, the experience others have shared in this group. I mean, everything is etched in the mind, and whenever there is a situation that occur in my life, uh, I'm able to kind of apply it. I cannot tell that I come out completely with a new perspective, but then there is a very good realization that happens in every situation and all. So from a relationship point of it, from a parenting point of it, and all. So I think there have been times where I have thanked you personally. At times like I just don't know how to handle this. Nandini, what is your view? But slowly, I think over the time it has reduced, and the way you have taught us to handle I again type in the WhatsApp, let me ask Nandini, but then uh, it comes to my mind, the answer is within you itself, to find out this answer. That will slowly help in um, finding out my own answers for the situation. I cannot tell that I've transformed completely. I'm a work in progress. I mean, unfortunately, due to a health crisis, I wasn't able to attend. I believe almost 2 months of the sessions. But I can from the way I mean the relationships you taught a beautiful way how to handle relationships. So the intensity of getting into a um, dull or a bad mode has dramatically reduced. I wouldn't say there are tussles with relationships or like a happy. I'm like having a very beautiful way I approach, but then definitely I'm able to step back and think, realize, okay, this is because of me. That acceptance of this was because of me. This is how I could have handled it next time has definitely helped in way that happen when it happens the next time. Um, I'm very very thankful to you. Every experience you have shared has helped us tremendously. The experiences shared by our team, Sri Lakshmi, um, and others in the team has really taken us to, okay, there are things that are happening um, differently in others life, and this is how you can handle that is something that I wouldn't have got if not in OMW. So thankful for that, and I wish we have much more connect in our journeys.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the elder sisters of this group, because ஒரு சின்ன பொண்ணு பேசுறா அப்படிங்கிறது இல்லாம you really trusted. You really trusted the sharing, and thank you so much, Akka. Your constant willingness to be more a mother. that is what most conversations between us had happened. So that seeking is what will manifest everything. So keep seeking, and thank you so much for your energy here. Thank you, Akka. As you say, I wish to connect more with you.
Sure, Nandini. Thank you all again. I think we should still share more experiences among the group, because that's a very good learning all of us are able to grasp quickly, is what I
Yes.
would suggest. Thank you.
Definitely, definitely. At least I was just thinking, if not possibly at one every week, at least a monthly once, forever, we should catch up and share each other's journey and learnings. We'll make some plans, Akasha.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pak. Thank you. Shri Lakshmi, your hands are raised.
Hi, Nandini.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. So glad. Well, actually, not so glad. So sad to know that this class is going to end. So I'm first of all very thankful to Nandini for organizing such a space. So when I came to know of OMW2, it was just accidental. I had just entered Instagram because some friend asked me to join, and within a couple of days I saw your OMW announcement, and I had heard about you on homeschoolers platforms, and I used to think, oh yeah, I have missed listening to this lady, and she talks so much about minimalism. Maybe I could learn a little bit more about how else can I decrease my connections with things around whatever I had. And I was thinking, okay, I'll just go ahead and do this, and this 5 to 7 also. But what will she do for 1 year? Like 2 hours in the morning. What will she tell us? What is she going to teach us? So I had these questions within me, and when the first class started and people started sharing, it was it was beyond actually what you had wrote in your OMW announcement. It was a lot. It was about ourselves, and which we don't understand until I started being in it, and when I heard a lot of stories and the issues that I had seemed I was feeling I had were becoming negligible. So, and I also finally got some strength to share my own problems to everyone, and that itself, has boosted so much, life in life. And the thing is that, and the, the the stories of each one of you, every one of you was so touching, and how you have overcome that. That has given me a lot of confidence, and um, it told me how to respect others, how to be in a relationship, be with your own mother-in-law or a father-in-law or your mom or your dad, or your child, like how to be a good mother. And there are what all we can be, and there is no limit to it. The way each one of you has given the examples, shared your stories, and sorry, I keep saying the same thing. The stories were so profound, and I felt that I could connect with each one of you. I made a lot of good friends in this group, and I still want to connect the rest of you also. So I hope this journey continues and we are all in touch with each other. Personally, what has changed through this class for me was that um, is I think I changed um, for the good. It's like I stopped blaming myself for a lot of things, uh, and I think there is still something more that I can give. It's not the end, and that um, life is a challenge, but we have to move on. Um, and that there is so much space for love. Like there is it, it's a never-ending process, and if we are open to it, everything comes to us. I had little small tussles in my life, but now they feel silly, and it feels like, oh, um, it was so easy. If I did not judge that person, then I didn't even had to worry about that feeling. There was no jealousiness, but there was always this, like why me kind of questions for myself. But now I feel like mm, this is why it was for me. I had to learn this. That's why it was for me. And what else? Minimalism. What I want to tell the others that are going to join is that you may think that why would I need to do this? Just do it for yourself. This is not for solving your problems, um, not for learning about minimalism or anything, but it is just for you to learn about your truth. And Nandini is, I think, one of the rarest person who has that ability to connect you with yourself. So I and also there were so many people that were connected as well, and every one of them was unbelievably, insightful. I'm so happy that the Gita class, every Kanchana, Akka, who shared about food, every one of you just brightened the space every moment, and thank you. I really, really, really wish to hug each one of you, and I want to say I love you all. And there is a lot of, I think, I can't say this, but I feel you have given me a lot of hope. And I'm smiling when I say this, but you guys have given the space for being myself, and let's be in touch with each other, and just love you, everybody. Thank you, and please keep doing this.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi. Before you started to talk, I want to hear one word from you. That is the word called hope. You really mentioned that now, and I'm feeling so happy for that. The story that you shared, not any single one of us here wouldn't have not transformed from hearing the story. The story, that the way you narrated, the emotions that you had, that you told, will stay in my heart, etched forever. The kind of love that you have is tremendous, and thank you for all the love and all the trust that you had on this group. Thank you so much for being you. Your patience, your sincerity to life is what I admire in you. Thank you so much. We are still waiting to hear from you, your zero waste journey. I hope to soon make a day to listen to you. Really waiting so much to listen to you on that. And thanks for binding this group. I think you're one of the persons who have never uh, um, made absenteeism for the class. You were almost there for every class, is what I think. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you
Yes.
so much for bringing in that spirit. And you were one of the few persons who would join sharp at 5. That sincerity is showing the sincerity in life as well. Thank you so much, Lakshmi, for the trust in me, and which gives me a lot of confidence and self worth.
I just wanted to say I always kept an alarm at 4 o'clock, 4:30 actually, and only once I woke up. That was for the first class with the alarm. But since then, I woke up almost by myself, like, oh, I can't miss this. So, uh, and my husband always says, who wakes up at 4 a.m. to learn something, and he still teases me that, oh my God, aren't you losing your sleep? And I say, no, I really wish that I don't need to sleep. If this class were to go on forever my life, I would still be waking up at 4. So I can tell you that I did not want to miss any one of the stories, and the people were so lovely. That's the reason that I never wanted to miss any of the things. So, yeah, thank you, Nandini.
Thanks, Lakshmi. Thank you so much. Hope we meet sometime, someday.
Definitely, I'm waiting for that, and
Yeah.
really hope this happens. Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
love you all. Love you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Anjanaka, I.
Hello, Nandini.
Hi, Ka.
Hi, how are you?
All good, Ka. How are you? How are things at your place?
Yeah, we all are good. I'm doing good. Thank you. Well, um, like still remember that I was the last person to register. Like you had closed the registration,
Okay.
and yeah, and I pinged you, and you were very generous to let me in, and I called my father. Papa, you have to pay 5,000 rupees in this account. Within 30 minutes, next 30 minutes, my father went to the bank and sent me the receipt. So, yeah, and I had no idea what this class has to, workshop has to offer me. I thought, like, it will be something good. It will be just like I will be learning great things, but I never thought that this workshop is going to change my life. Uh, what do you call? I kept on like first it was like baby steps, and then I started it started with respecting things, and then it started respecting with people, and like I learned many things, like, but then I fell, I got up, then it like I can't express how beautifully my life has changed. uh, Before I had lot of complexes. I used to have lot of ego, and I had lot of problems with my in-laws, in mother-in-law and sister-in-law. Now I can't believe, like, my heart is filled with so much love for my people, my mother-in-law. Like I want to, like, I'm waiting to see her, hug her, and tell her that how much I love her, and how wrong I was before judging so many people. Like I can't I cannot put in words like how drastically my life has changed. uh, uh, Now the recently, like, what I am doing is I wake up in the morning, early in the morning. I first thing I do is take a bath, lit lamp, and my life, like last 6 months, my life was very, very, very difficult. My father got diagnosed with cancer. My husband lost his job, and I was not well. I don't know how I sailed through everything, and I'm so peaceful inside. There is no more restlessness, no anxiety. Uh, I lost my father 3 months back. I feel this minimalism is his gift to me. There were so many things incomplete in me. Now I feel I got many answers of my life. I only one thing is I couldn't see my father before he left, but I really cherish this gift. Like before going, he had to give me this and go. That's all I can say, Nandini. I am not good in storytelling and expressing myself, but all I can say is thank you, thank you, thank you very much. You came like an angel to my life, in my life, and thank you everybody, all the members of OMW2. Thank you. I I don't know. I cannot express myself in words, but my heart is filled with so much love. And my gratitude is the only word I have to say here. Nandini, thank you.
I just feel like coming and hugging you, Akka. Just thank
Nandini, and like, I don't know, my appa had to give me this gift and go.
Yeah, எத்தனை தடவை voice messagesல you have told me come home. I've truly felt like a little sister of yours. Thanks for all the love that you shared, and it
Yeah.
I never felt like I'm trying to share or teach anything to you. I just felt I wanted to be in your presence. That trust and the love that you shared was like a beautiful feeling that I would cherish forever, Akka.
Thank you. And thank you to Hema, my best friend. Because of her, like, she is also another angel in my life. Very positive. She only kept on appreciating about you, and I wanted to know you more. Then that's what made me register for this workshop.
To others, Hema is my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law, when Akka and her were in US or Canada, Akka?
US, yes.
Thank you to my sister-in-law who always appreciates
Yes.
me and who brought me into my life. Thank you so much, and hugs to you. You are being guided, is what I'm afraid.
Yes, and yeah, and thank you for not answering to any of my questions. I am figuring it out now.
அதாவது இங்கதான் தப்பு செஞ்சாலும் அதுக்கு ஒரு அர்த்தம் கண்டுபிடிச்சு தன்னை அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்றது.
இல்ல நிஜமாவே இல்ல, like if you tell other answers to me, then what will I do? Anyways, I'm lazy. I'll become more lazy.
Yes, I really didn't want anybody to be dependent upon me for anything. I'm very sure, but certain times I was out of my sort of the mismanagement of time also. I didn't answer, but I hope it helped in the right way as well.
Yes, it did.
Thank you, Akka. Thank you so much for sharing your journey.
Thank you very much.
I know, your hands are raised.
Hi, Nandini. Hi, everyone. I actually have lots to say, and as usual, I have made notes. So that is something that I always admire in you, Nandini, that, you can just talk for 2 hours in a flow. I don't know if you write it down or not. For me, even if I have to talk for 15 minutes, I have to write down. I have met you a couple of times before the OMW program was announced. And for 2020, I had set an intention verb for myself as minimize. And then I came across your workshop poster and I just instinctively signed up for it. I didn't know what it was all about. I don't know if you had shared any other material other than the poster, but I just felt like signing up, which is so unlike me. I am also like Saranya. I do a lot of analysis and thinking before taking up anything, but for some reason I was inspired to just sign up. I know it was for 1 year, but I just signed up. The first class I remember I attended, I still remember the first session. Um, I'm not an early riser, as in I don't wake up as early as 4:30 or 5. I prefer to wake up around 6:30. But that day I woke up early and I sat through the class. And at the end of the class, I was thinking, "Oh my God, how am I going to sit through this for another year?" This is exactly how I felt. The reason being, for me, I always try to think in a very logical, structured manner. And you were talking more about stories, your personal experiences. The first class, I just couldn't connect. Um, and in fact, I would say for many of the first initial sessions, I felt a bit disconnected. For me personally, the key takeaways for me from OMW were from the latter half. And in the first few sessions, there were quite a number of points which were triggering, which made me feel not angry, but it made me, I felt defensive. But I kept on telling myself that keep an open mind, just go with it. If there are 100 points that you're talking about in a session, even if I can, if 20 points resonate with me, that is perfectly okay. Ignore those other 80 points, just focus on those 20 points. And I kept telling myself, keep an open mind. What happened because of this constant reinforcing of this message is that I was actually telling this to my mini OMW group last week as well, that some receiver in me has, opened up, is started to receive the signals. It was sort of, disabled for many years. And suddenly I felt that receiver has opened, and all the right kind of messages that I needed to hear were starting to come to me. And through OMW, my belief in the power of universe became more stronger and stronger. Whatever questions I had, the first, if you look at the notes, the first line that I have written is all the answers that you need in your life are within you. That is the first statement I had written down. And that how true that statement is, it kept on reinforcing over and over through all these classes. And I really, really admire how you take the time to self-reflect. I wasn't doing that, prior to 2020. But in the past 1 year, I have noticed that a lot of self-reflection, a lot of self-questioning and analysis. I haven't spoken much in the group, or I haven't asked you many questions, but I have asked myself a lot of questions, lot of introspection that has happened during my walks, and so many answers came. And I think that's the key takeaway for me, that spending more time with myself, believing that the universe will give me the answers that I need. And that is the core takeaway that, I'm going to take from this class. And the first class, as I told you, I was like thinking, how am I going to sit through for this for the year? But I'm so happy that I attended almost all the sessions. I think except for one class, which was during the week. Other than that, I managed to attend all the sessions. And I'm so happy that whatever questions I had during that class, before that class, somehow I would get an answer through you. And as I told you, the people that through whom you connect us through this forum is just amazing. I'm not sure without you, would I have met Anisha. I mean, Anisha's sessions were so beautiful, so insightful for me. And the homeschooling sessions that you conducted with Meenakshi Amma, that was also brilliant. I'm sure I would have discovered, but if that message has to come to me, but I'm so happy that it came through you. And also the kind of people that I have met here, oh my God, so amazing, so inspiring. I felt quite overwhelmed, to be honest, to be in the WhatsApp group. So, but during the sessions, whenever somebody talks and they are sharing their stories, I could feel the emotions, I could feel their pain. I could connect so much with that person. When you say all of us are the same, when we were talking about clothes, I could easily connect with Priya. Um, uh, I could easily connect with Sri Lakshmi when she spoke about her experience. Like, I could connect to each and many of you actually through your experiences that you have shared. And I'm not a very I don't have a lot of friends, but I always longed for that one very close friend with whom I can connect and share. I'm very happy to say that I found my soul friend through OMW. I connect with her almost on a daily basis. Right now, she's not in OMW, but I connect with her almost on a daily basis, and I'm so grateful that through OMW I found her. So yeah, these are some of these little surprises that you get um, when that is not actually the intention, right? So I came here to just listen to you, what you have to say about OMW, about minimalism, but there are so many other things that came along with it. So thank you so much, Nandini.
No, thanks, Anu. Thank you so much. Your meticulous way of looking into life is evident in the way that you take notes. I think I'm more a confident person because of your notes. எனக்கே வேகம் இருக்கும் நான் என்னடா பேசினேன் கிளாஸ்ல, what did I really share? When I look into your notes, I feel more like worthyful. Okay, this point has been conveyed. Beautiful. Oh, இதெல்லாம் நடந்ததில்ல அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. Now I'm more confident about OMW3. Even I have no blueprint or picture or way of how I look into, because your notes are there. Because Shravani's notes from OMW1 is there. So if I can lose, if I am don't know where I am, I have something to rely on. And Anu, thanks for the many conversations that we had through voice. I see a big transformation. I see that as I wanted to hear the word called hope in Lakshmi, I wanted to hear the word called trust in Anu. You mentioned that word, and that was a beautiful journey of being with you, Anu. And thank you so much for the energy and for the questions that you shared with me, which were beautiful. So those questions really lingered on my heart for long. And like, as I just wanted to share with somebody also, and it's like we're all being caught up saying that I'm very analytical, I'm very logical. That's one of the most beautiful way as well. I'm more spontaneous. Sometimes this what was my plus is also been my minus. So I think everybody should be very confident about whatever they are. Spontaneous, calculative, analytical. Once we start reaping the benefits out of it, being grateful for each and every attitude and our design, I think the more goodness of what it is will come out.
True, Nandini. So it's not about looking at the analytical qualities as a negative. What I meant by that was being open to fresh perspectives. So I haven't heard anybody speak like the way you do. So far in my experience, both in professional and in personal lives, it's more people having a clear agenda when they talk, very much prepared, having slides. That's how I have, so yours was a fresh perspective, so which took me a little while to get used to it. That's about it.
Thank you. No, thank you. அதாவது like என்ன சொல்றது, your way of portraying whatever, you're very confident person of sharing of what you feel like, and the clarity, I'm amazed. Thanks, Anu. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for your session on food, which really, really helped all of us to minimize a lot of stuff on what we are eating. And
my pleasure.
Thanks, Anu. I hope you would come for all the OMW seasons to share your thoughts on food.
Absolutely, definitely, yeah.
Thanks, Anu. Thank you so much. Wish we all stay connected forever.
Yes, definitely.
Thanks, Anu. Thank you. Divya Hariharan.
Hi, Dugesh.
Hi, Pa.
Hi, everyone. First, I'd like to share how I joined OMW. So I was planning to join OMW2 for a long time, but when you opted for the registrations, before I could think for a second, it got closed. So it was like in 2 hours or something, the registrations were closed. And but I got back to you and I finally joined. But at that time, when me and my husband had a discussion, he was the one who told like, among in this 1 year, at least one thing, if you're able to take from this session and if you're able to implement it in your life, then I think you should join it for that. It was that one thing which made me take a decision. Okay, yes, you do it the way, whatever it is, do it. So finally I joined, and I don't know what to tell now. Like I had a lot of things in my mind. And first thing was, I was so grateful for my past. I started feeling grateful for my past. So it was very easy to come out of the things which was an obstacle before, but now it's like, when I think of it, it's like a breeze. So I couldn't imagine I came out of it. And next thing was great gratitude for the present. Like I started feeling grateful for every situation. So for everything, whether it is if favorable or unfavorable to me, started feeling grateful, and that gratefulness helped me to handle the situation better. So this is a major learning I have done in this 1 year. And other than that, I thought like I'm not intuitive. I used to say I'm not intuitive. I thought somewhere I have lost the connection to my intuition. So that was the thing I had been thinking when I joined this. And now it's in between. It was like somebody telling me from inside, "Oh my God, how long I'm here and you didn't even notice me." So that feel I got. And many surprises happened. And spiritually, my growth has been, to my satisfaction, it has grown a lot. And because of that, then and mainly because of all the conversations, I used to think like I had deep hurts in my childhood. Like I didn't have my grandparents love. I was not able to get it. So I always had that thing in my mind. So whenever my kids wanted to visit their grandparents and all that, I'll be very happy that my kids are receiving it. Then from all the things happened in our OMW, I wanted to connect with my grandparents. I thought it was not at all possible because I have never been with them for a long time, or I don't even remember a kiss from them or something like that. So somehow I was able to connect with my grandparents, and you won't believe such miracles happen. So it was like that, like on the day when we pray for them or something like that, each and everything I was able to see the connect they had with me. So that was a huge hope for me. Like, okay, life is not just what I live. It's something I carry from for many people I'm living it today, and I'm transferring a lot of things to my children. So all this I was able to relate. And I have my second when I had my first kid, parenting was a breeze with him. And I don't know whether I trained him or he trained me, but it was so gentle, and there was no hard and fast rules. Everything was going fine. And I had, with that confidence, I had my second kid, and now he's almost 2.5 years old. Every minute he'll test my patience. Every minute he'll make me learn a new Divya's there. So something or the other he'll teach me. So I'll just think, okay, he has come here to teach me something. So I'll wait, let him finish his teaching. So it's a totally new experience with my second one. And but without him, home is very silent sometimes. When he's sleeping, no, home will be very silent. So it is like that. Among the four of us, he's the one who's highly who controls all three of us in the house. So it is like that. So nobody in our family had given that experience till now. So he's totally new to us. And and everybody who sees him tells me that he looks like my grandfather, my father's father, who he eats like him, he walks like him, everything. I don't even remember him. So so it was like it's like, okay, so he has come back again to teach me something he has left. So that is what I have, that feel. And especially to all the people here, I owe a big thank you. And I feel very grateful to all. I don't have words to say. And there are a lot of inspirations here. Each one is an inspiration. Like every week when I see Anuka's notes, I'll be like, what is happening? Avlo detailed, sincere. I started writing notes in the beginning, but then I was not able to do it for every session. So with the dedication and all that stuff, with all the people who were writing notes and sharing it in the group, it was a huge help to go back and see what we have done. And one more thing, Nani, this project thing you said, like when you were explaining that assignment or project, what all works you have planned to do, you should do like this and all that you were telling. I was like, what I have to do, I don't have any work. That is what I felt. To classify like this, in this field, I don't have anything to classify like that. So maybe this is not for me. That was the thing I had. And I didn't worry about it and all that. But after 3 months, I had a classification. I had my own things to do spiritually, and all that stuff I segregated. And I didn't do a big work like chart work and all that. But in my journal, I wrote what are the classifications I had to do. So I couldn't believe it was me who's doing this. I have so much to do. I didn't know that I have so much to do. And in this 1 year, when in March the class began, and in January I was doing my I started my group 1 classes. I have been doing a lot before that. I was working, then I left it after marriage and all that. Many things I have been going, but somewhere this craving was there, that okay, try this. Something inside me told that I needed this. But I know the practical complications in it, because my husband is in a transfer job and I had to go wherever he's going. And if I get into a group job, and again I had to face the same thing, and I don't know what will happen to my kids, so etc. But I was I something from me, it didn't let me stop. It said, do it. So I was like, Divya, you had done a lot of things before and you have left it in the middle. Again you want to do this also. But then I couldn't stop, so I just joined for classes, and it was going on, and I gave my exams also. But I was very happy that I gave my 100% to it, almost my fullest. I was able to give for the exam. And I was very confident I'll clear the prelims, but it went off in just difference of 3 to 4 marks. This time the cutoff was high, and it went off in just 3 to 4 marks. And I was very happy about it, very happy about it. And I took a decision that I'm satisfied with the best I gave. So I don't want to do it for the next time. And everybody around the whole world around me told that you're almost near, you're almost there, so just try for the next time. So but somehow I accepted myself that you're done, Divya, that's okay, you did it. And I took the decision very happily. And I have my close friend, one of my college friends, with whom I used to talk for everything, about everything. And she was like, how did you even take that decision? Like she was like, I know you for long, and how are you so confident about your decision? Even she told me like, do it again. And but somehow I felt like the thirst was gone. So I was like, okay, so when I'm not perfect, and I'm not I have not found my purpose of life and all that. That was my aim when I joined OMW and all. So, but now I was like, each day I will fulfill my purpose. Each day I am happy in what I do. So I think that in that way my purpose is fulfilled. And one more important thing, one more important major change is food and health. That is what I take it as a gift through OMW. First, I joined AW, Aligned with Nature, and I don't know that without. And then I went for the Nature Care camp. So without attending Aligned with Nature, if I had gone for the camp, I don't know how I would have survived. Seriously, but after attending Aligned with Nature, almost for 3 months I was into those practices. And after that, I went for the Nature Care camp, and it was like a breeze. And I have friends, friends from OMW whom we joined, and we went and we met there, and it was so full of fun. And after coming back, and when my results came, I was in the camp, and Guruji, I had told Guruji before that I had given my exams. And when the result came, the last day, and I told him I didn't get through. He said, very happy, I'm very happy that you didn't get through. So it was like, I don't know, it was so nice. Since I was there, I was I was able to handle things easily, to be frank. So food became a major change. I was among one of the persons who used to say, like, when people who eat only vegetarian, before, like, only vegetarian, their thought processes will be different. They have more clarity in their thoughts and speech. And I used to say, like, no, these are something created by people. How can a person eating non-veg and veg make a difference? Or a person's food habits change? How will it bring a change in their thought process and all that? But I have seen it in practical life, that changes which food brings in. So that is a real miracle in life. And and I apologize to myself and to others, all those whom I thought like it's something created by people. No, it definitely make a change. And health matters, food and health. So when you feel healthy, you actually think better, you can think better. So that is a real time thing I have seen, because I'm not a fully transformed person in food also. So I if for 3 months I follow this, I can see the change in me. The same way, when I don't follow, when I go home, when I go to my in-laws place, I take the normal food, and I can see the change. So that difference, I can see the difference. So food is a major thing which I have learned here. And and what else? So these are the major things, Durgesh, and thank you so much. And so thanks to everyone, even OMW1 people who have joined in and who have given a lot of inputs, Radha, Artika, and everybody. I really thank them so much, because in the last session, some for 2 or 3 months, for they all jumped in, and it was a great experience, to be very frank. So thank you so much, every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much, Divya. I still remember the josh that you had when you said you minimized a lot of stuff. Now, when I'm hearing that you are taking your failures also the same way, as light as it is, wonderful, wonderful, Divya. This is so beautiful to hear from you. And by the way, I really lost when you said, what exam was it?
Group 1 exams, Durgesh.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, Divya. I'm just so happy that you tried and you loved the journey, not just the results.
Yeah, that was a biggest transformation in me, because I was a person who had been like school first, college studious and all that types, and something to accept it after marriage I did my CA. I don't even know for what I did that did. And then after that I did my inter and final I was not able to write, and so everything was half, and it was like going on like that. But this thing I wanted to try, I just told myself I should not regret the day I wrote my exams, that I should have done a little more better. So I didn't have that regret actually after writing the exams. So I was like, okay, fine.
I just hear as though Prabhu is talking to me. This is how Prabhu says about me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dugesh. Thank you so much.
Well, just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Divya. Thank you so much for this. This is inspiring. I will go tell this story to Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Dugesh. Even everybody was happy. I mean, they were not totally happy with me, except my husband. He was like, if you want to do, continue. Okay, continue. If you don't want, he's like that. And so I told him another 1 year or 2 years of effort for leaving my kids' time and all. I don't think I need it. I didn't do it for money also. I did it for some inner feeling that has to get satisfied. So I was like, okay, I did my best. So I'm happy about it. That was a huge thing for me also, Durgesh. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. So nice to hear. So nice. Thanks, Divya. Thank you for sharing. Saranya Kumaresan, I see your hands raised.
Hi, Akka.
Hi, Saranya.
OMW 2 வந்து எனக்கு ஒரு சத்தியமா நான் நினைச்சே பார்க்காத திங்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து நடந்திருக்குக்கா. எப்படின்னா நான் வந்து ஹோம் ஸ்கூலிங் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சேன். ஆனா எனக்கு அது வந்து ஒரு கான்ஃபிடென்ட்டே இல்லை முதல்ல. பட் OMW 2 வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் தானா வந்துருச்சு அந்த கான்ஃபிடென்ஸ். அதுக்காக தான் நான் வந்து ஜாயின் பண்ணேன். அது வந்து எனக்கு வந்து நிறைய ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் கிடைப்பாங்க, ஹோம் ஸ்கூலிங் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் கிடைப்பாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நான் ஜாயின் பண்ணேன். அண்டு ஜேர்னலிங் வந்து ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய சேஞ்சஸ் கொண்டு வந்துச்சு. எப்படின்னா என் மைண்ட் வந்து ரொம்ப ஆர்கனைஸாக இருக்குது இப்போ. அண்டு நிறைய ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் கிடைச்சாங்க. நல்ல கம்யூனிட்டி கிடைச்சிருக்குது. எப்படி பிரவீனா, ராஜி, சரண்யா, அக்ஷயா, சுபாஷினிகா, நித்யகலா, அது மாதிரி நிறைய ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் கிடைச்சிருக்காங்க. அண்டு ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்ல நிறைய சேஞ்சஸ்க்கா. நான் வந்து எந்த பிரச்சனையுமே இல்லை நம்மளோட ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்ஸ்ல அப்படின்னு நினைச்சிட்டு இருந்தேன். பட் நான் வந்து அதை வந்து அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணி தான் போயிட்டு இருந்திருக்கிறேன். வந்து அக்செப்டே பண்ணல. இப்போ வந்து ஐ கேன் அக்செப்ட். அதாவது கம்ப்ளீட்டா வந்து அக்செப்டன்ஸ் ஸ்டேட்டுக்கு போகல. பட் ஐ திங்க் ஐ வில் கோ. ஐ ஹாவ் ஹோப். அவ்வளோதான்.
Beautiful, Saranya. Thank you, Saranya. Thank you so much. We talked about journaling in the first meeting that we spoke, right? And thank you for bringing that confidence in others also, that how journaling really helps. Romba sandosham that you're part of our OMW too.
Thank you, Ka.
Thank you, Ka. Thank you so much. So much. Banu? Hi, Banu. Audible.
Hello, Akka.
Hi, Banu. How are you?
Good. I'm good. The face up on Claudian.
Totally video off பண்ணிட்டேன்.
Off பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? Okay, fine. என்ன சொல்றது? ஓகே, ஐ ஜாயின்ட். எதுக்கு உங்களை முதல்லதே தெரியும், ஆனா வந்து அது ஒரு கனெக்ஷனை வந்து கொஞ்சம் எங்கேயோ மிஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபீலிங் இருந்ததுனால சரி ஐ தாட் ஐ ஜஸ்ட் ஜாயின். அண்ட் மோர் ஓவர் இட் வாஸ் லைக் நம்ம இப்படியெல்லாம் இருக்கணும். I wanted to be like you. Probably some people don't understand. I'm sorry. Something different இருக்கணும்னு யோசிச்சுட்டு இப்ப இல்ல சரி okay probably it's something whatever I wanted to be like I saw it in you. So I thought probably something we are missing. Let us learn from it. அப்படிங்கிற OMW 1 I did not join because of the timing. I thought how come the feeding blah blah blah, so it's not possible, so I just left off. And I regret I wanted to be in that small group. Ana ipo it's okay. Yeah, we've gone through it and we are okay with it. The big group also, it's in a way it is nice. And then நிறைய உங்க கூட கனெக்ட் பண்ணணும்னு நினைச்சிட்டு இருந்தேன். அப்போ I'll start thinking okay all this we can ask அப்படின்னா then I will stop there because I will think it will be like okay this is what Nandanika is going to reply, I think we've got the answer அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அந்த ஒரு clarity வந்து வர ஆரம்பிச்சது. And then there was a lot of this emotional traditional hold within me. இப்படின்னா இப்படித்தான் I want why should we change or why should there be a different this is nice no, but then why we have to change to unlearn. For me it was a big challenge to unlearn certain things. அது OMW ல வந்து அது வந்து it took a long time for us to come out of our past belief or something. நிறைய வந்து okay this is myth, இது இவ்வளவுதான் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி நிறைய புரிஞ்சுக்க முடிஞ்சதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். And then food also I had it was really nice meeting Arun Sharma sir. It was through you that I met him, and some things that were a lot of questions that arised because of the emotional hold that I had and I spoke up in OMW. அது நிறைய I mean within the family people thought even I became கொஞ்சம் ஏதோ ஆயிட்டேன். My husband and all was like because of OMW only you are like this, you are totally into I mean like negative மாறிடுச்சு. I wanted to I didn't tell OMW la join பண்ணிருக்கேன் நிறைய I mean I didn't tell them also what is going on here, so that one day you told me they should see the difference in me and they should tell அவங்க சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னு நான் யோசிச்சுட்டு இருந்தேன். ஆனா அது அப்படியே நெகட்டிவா மாறிடுச்சு. Things were like you become depressed, you're not the same, you blah blah blah, and it was so irritating for me. ஐயோ நம்ம என்ன நினைச்சோம் with it everything has become totally different அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ஆயிடுச்சு. And then so the lot of அனுகா சொன்ன மாதிரி நிறைய questions வந்து என்ன சொல்றது கான்ட்ராஸ்டிங்கா இருக்க ஆரம்பிச்சுது. So between from what we spoke, so அதுக்கப்புறம் அவரோட இதுல வந்து I got some clarity of okay things can be handled this way also அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி. So thank you for introducing him also. And next I don't really know, but there are a lot of things for me to still analyze. I mean இப்ப எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஒரு questioning ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கேன். I have started to unlearn a lot of things, but if you ask me if I have got through what I wanted, அது வந்து I mean probably I'm still seeking, and there's a lot of changes that I have to bring up. அது நிறைய பண்ண வேண்டியது இருக்கு, but it has been a very nice journey this 1 year. This morning 5 to 7, I don't know if I think I'll miss every Sunday if this is going to end. Somehow or the other I just wanted to hear all of you all speak. That will give an energy or a boost for the next 1 week or so. And it was nice doing all the assignments and analyzing myself and talking to myself. Okay, நான் வந்து ஒரு I think I have written something in my journal also. Or one month or something I didn't write. So after that I went and wrote. I really missed listening to me, speaking to me, and even something, a part of me was missing because I didn't journal. So that was all through you that I started all those things. And thank you so much for making me open up also. It was a great year, and hope to be in connection with you more. I think I would have spoken to you very less during this 1 year. I wouldn't have questioned anything. There's a lot of things without asking, I got it. ஐ மீன் லைக் அங்க போய் தான் வரணும்னு இல்ல, ஓகே இதுதான் அவங்க சொல்லுவாங்க இப்படிதான் இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி நிறைய விஷயங்கள் வந்து இட் வுட் கிளிக், ஒரு பெல் மாதிரி அடிக்கும். ஸோ தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச்.
Banu is my school junior.
College junior.
I have spoken to college junior. I have spoken to very few people in college, and especially out of my class, it has been even more meager. And Banu, from even that time, since somehow she's from the same place I am, there was always a connect of a little sister. That connect actually manifested and it started going in a different direction after Banu shared her story. Since then, OMW was always like sharing my experiences. It was, and 1 minute, I'll just switch on my video. As you all know, I'm not a trained expert or a professional who is into minimalism or who's into learning relationship or anything. I was just putting questions to my relationships, and the answers that I would get or the questions that I would get, I would share it to people. So OMW1 was more like very little hierarchy. Like I would share and others would listen. And the most of the part was OMW1 was. So in OMW2, after Banu shared her story, that's when I really started to getting involved in learning more about life. I never did that, Banu. If it were that connection, that sisterhood that I had with you, pushed me to learn so much. That's when I first learned Garuda Purana. That force or that love that I went on with your question for months and months together to so many people. Thank you for that connect that we had established since many years, and I see where you're going. I see that in you, Banu. Hope to hear from you many learnings that are waiting to hear all those things that you will manifest. All the very best in life, Banu. I think.
தெரியலங்கா, எனக்கு நீங்க சொல்றது ரொம்ப எனக்கு சிரிப்பாவும் வருது. நான் வந்து சீரியஸ்லி அது ஒரு பெரிய இஷ்யூவா, அது வந்து ஏதோ என்ன சொல்றது, ஒரு சொல்லுவாங்களே ஒரு பூட்டி போட்ட கதவு மாதிரி, அவ்வளவுதான். எங்க வீட்டுல அது அப்படிதான். இட்ஸ் லாக்ட் அண்ட் ஸ்டில் லாக்ட். நோபடி வாண்ட்ஸ் டு அன்லாக் இட் ஆல்சோ. அதனால அது அப்படியே இருக்கு.
But you unlocked many doors here. You unlocked many doors, especially for me. That was a big story that I started to research more about. Thanks for the love, sir.
Okay, some way or the other. Okay, I'm happy about it. But I seriously thought, ayyo, nana ipdi pesna, why did I do that? Ayyo, why, what happened that day? Why was I into so much of this thing, ஒரு anger, என்னமோ ஒரு இது, எவ்வளோ ஒரு மார்னிங் ஒரு ஃபுல் எல்லாத்தோட இதையும் கெடுத்துட்டு, அந்த whole day everybody would have been thinking only about this. So அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய ஹோல்டிங்ஸ் இருந்தது. But yeah, after that, a lot of people, it was an opening for a lot of people, I guess. And நிறைய எங்களோட மினி குரூப் வந்து we are still under we meet up like அது போட்டா அப்படியே ஜூம் கால் போட்டு பேசிட்டு இருக்கோம். So we are having some fun there also. The nice, I just love the group. It is all like நல்லா இருக்கு.
Nice to hear. You really wanted a different group. Like pickier இருந்தல்ல.
இல்லக்கா, ஆக்சுவலி பிக்கியா இருந்தேன்ட்டு இல்ல. எனக்கு I was okay with anything. பட் நீங்க போட்டதுக்கு அப்புறம் தெரிஞ்சது, இது எங்கேயோ இது வந்து இந்த குரூப் மட்டும் ரொம்ப பர்டிகுலரா போட்ட மாதிரி இருக்கேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு the first thing we spoke was that only. இந்த குரூப் வந்து ஏதோ நந்தினிகா பர்டிகுலரா போட்ட மாதிரி இருக்கு அப்படின்ட்டு. But it is really, we are having it's that connect is happening within that group in a very nice way. அப்புறம் நிறைய அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பட் ஐ ரியலி மிஸ் அந்த ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்டுங்கிற இது உங்ககிட்ட கொஞ்சம் டெவலப் பண்ணணும்னு நினைச்சேன். ஆனா அது இன்னும் ஆகுற மாதிரி தெரியல. லாட் ஆஃப் தட் என்ன சார் ஒரு டீச்சருங்கிற மாதிரி ஐயோ பின்னாடி உட்காந்து பார்த்துட்டு இருப்பாங்கங்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு ஒரு அந்த ஒரு இது இருக்கு. லைக் லைக் ஜஸ்ட் லைக் ஐ திங்க் செல்வி சும்மா பேசுவோம்ல நான் என்ன வேணாலும் பேசிக்கலாங்கிற மாதிரி இல்லாம ஐயோ இல்ல இவங்க கிட்ட கொஞ்சம் பார்த்துதான் பேசணும் இது அந்த ஒரு ஹோல்ட் இருக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கு. பட் ஐ டோன்ட் நோ மெனி பீப்புள் ஹேவ் இட், ப்ராபப்லி ஐ ஹேவ் இட். நைஸ் அக்கா. எனிதிங் எல்ஸ் ஐ டோன்ட் ஹேவ் ஐ நிறைய சொல்லணும்னு நினைச்சோம் ஆனா நிறைய சொல்ல வரல இப்போ. But this unconditional love, the questioning yourself, and there are certain things that keep. I don't know if I have implemented changes. எனக்கு கண்டிப்பா இல்லன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். I don't know இல்ல கண்டிப்பா இல்ல. பட் எதுவும் செய்யறதுக்கு முன்னாடி இத அனலைஸ் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டோம். நம்ம பண்ணும்போது அது சம்டைம்ஸ் பண்ணிடுறோம். பண்ணாலும் அது தப்புன்னு அப்பவே உணர ஆரம்பிச்சதே இஸ் லைக் அ பிக் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப்னு சொல்லலாம். When you start to do something, you are thinking whether it is right or wrong, and when it is அது உங்களுக்கு அது ஜட்ஜும் பண்ண முடியுது. இது கரெக்ட் தப்பு அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி அந்த ஒரு questioning-உம் அந்த ஒரு தெளிவும் கிடைச்ச மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபீலிங். So probably the next step will be implementing it. Hope I really don't take long. இது ஏன்னா ரொம்ப நேரம் இதுக்கே எடுத்துட்டு அனலைஸ் பண்றதுக்கும் questioning-க்குமே இது ஒரு வருஷம் போயிடுச்சு. So I really want to do the implementation part very fast. Thank you.
So wish everything that you want எல்லாமே உனக்கு கிடைக்கணும்னு என்னோட மனப்பூர்வமான வாழ்த்துக்கள் பானு. I wish that I know we'll be sticking and lingering on together. I will see the little sister blooming very soon. Thanks, Banu.
Sure, Akka. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. I will stop the recording and start one more because after 2